Third exercise of chapter 5 is chapter 5C, mainly focusing on adding and subtracting decimals. The student activity focuses on chapter 5B, which is rounding. So let's just get to it. I'll just show the full working out anyway. Rounding up, 4.7. Mm-hmm. 8.25. Yeah, that looks good. 3.994. Two decimal places, so that's where 99 is. Draw a line down here. Underline the number next to it. It's a 4, so we round down, so purple just stays the same. So final answer is 3.99. Round 12.06 to 1 decimal place. So 12.06. Draw the line. Line there. Purple the 0. So we're rounding up. So the 0 increases by 1. So 12.1. And finally, to 2 decimal places. We're rounding up because it's a 9, so it becomes 0.75. Alright. The learning aim for this video is for us to learn how to add and subtract decimal numbers. Hopefully by the end of this video you can do the following: lining up the decimal points correctly, adding zeros when needed to make decimal places match, and you can add or subtract the decimals accurately. Now, these are the things you got to do to make sure that you're doing it right. First thing, line up the decimal points, okay? So you just got to make sure that the tens are under the tens, the hundreds are under the hundreds, the thousands are under the thousands, etc., etc. Add zeros if necessary. Now, once you get comfortable with this, you don't really need to start adding zeros because you'll know where the zeros are. But for now, just add in the zeros to make your life a lot easier. Add or subtract like how you would with whole numbers, which is what we've done at the start of the year and what you've done previously. And then you just want to bring the decimal point straight down into the answer. So something here that I remembered was this meme. So don't line up the digits, line up the decimal points most definitely, okay? So let's just apply that to practice. 8.31 plus 5.93, so you just want to line up the decimal points, okay? Make sure that the decimal points are directly underneath each other and fill in the numbers accurately, like so. Now this is pretty accurate to me, so I'm now gonna just do the plus sign and draw a line underneath. Now I'm just gonna add the numbers how I would typically, okay? So 1 plus 3 is 4, 3 plus 9 is 12, put in the 2, carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9, 9 plus 5 is 14. So it becomes 14. And now I'm just going to bring the decimal point all the way down to my answer. So as you can see here, the decimal point lines up wonderfully, like so. See? Just like that. So that's what you want. And my second example, I got this weird one here. Now, I typically like to put in decimal places first so I know what I'm writing in. So 3.012 5.94. So you notice how like there's like some gaps there? So this is what I mean by lining up the decimal points, okay? What a lot of people would do is they'll just match the numbers exactly in order and then they'll forget about the decimal point completely. Make sure you don't do that. Just make sure the decimal points are lined up nice and straight like so. So I know my decimal point will be somewhere here. Now, over here, third step here, add zeros if necessary. I am going to do that for you all. So let's just do that. So I'm just going to add in an invisible zero. I'll just do a prop zero. So in blue, zeros are invisible. So now that everything looks right to me, see, I can sort of add these numbers a lot easier. So let's just go through it. 0 plus 2 is 2. 2 plus 0 is 2. So just put the 2 underneath. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 8 plus 0 is 8. 8 plus 9 is 17. Put the 7 here. Carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. Put in the 3. Carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. And then 7 plus all the zeros here is just 7 as well. So my final answer is 73.752. I'll give you all some time to work on this. Alright, here are the solutions. Make sure they line up. So yeah, just make sure that you get it to what I've got here. Alright, we're now going to apply these same steps to subtracting decimals, okay? So let's just go through it. Make sure you line up the decimal points. So when it comes to subtracting decimals, make sure you follow the order, okay? So the first number you see is the one that goes on the top. Well, now that it's all lined up, I can just subtract like normal. 3 minus 2 is 1. 8 minus 1 is 7. Finally, 5 minus 3 is 2. So our final answer here is 2.71. Now for my second example, put the decimal point there, 5. Now I'm just going to add in zeros, invisible ones, to make it easier to work with. 5 minus 0 is 5. 3 minus 5, you can't really do that. So what you have to do now is you have to borrow from the next one. So you add the 1 there. So this crosses off to be a 5. This number now becomes 13, okay? This now becomes 13. So 13 minus 5 is 8. Put the decimal point down. Now I'm left with 5 minus 9. That can't work. So I'm going to have to remove the from here. Add in a 1 here. So this now becomes 15. 15 minus 9 is 6. And then I'm left with 13 minus 7 is 6. So my final answer is 66.85. Give you some time to figure this one. These are the solutions that I got. Okay, just make sure you did it correctly. Um, oops. What I'll do here is, here we go. All right, these are the questions that you got to do. Make sure you get them done. Okay. Take care.